Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Skeletal remains were found during a search near Freeland on Sunday. Search teams and first responders were in Foster Township looking for Ronald Burns, who's been missing since May 28th. Burns was last seen back in May, leaving his Freeland home on South Street, and was known to take walks in nearby woods. Authorities believe he was having medical issues when he went missing, and may have been confused. The search was called off Sunday afternoon after human skeletal remains, believed to be Burns, were found in the Highland search section. The Luzerne County coroner was called in, and identification of the remains are pending the results of a forensic investigation. A Wilkes-Barre woman was charged following a fight that broke out during a youth all-star football game in Sugarloaf Township. 37-year-old Rochelle Zeller allegedly punched a woman in the face and stomped on her head Saturday night at the Joe LaRock Recreation Field. Zeller then allegedly got into a black Mercedes-Benz, drove it on the field, and intentionally hit a man. Witnesses got her license plate, and police issued a be on the lookout for Zeller. Wilkes-Barre police then found her shortly afterwards on Mayock Street with blood on her hands and pants and a scuff mark on the front of her vehicle. She was taken into custody by Sugarloaf Township Police and charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and reckless endangerment. Her bail was set Sunday morning at $25,000. A local political activist was sentenced to federal prison this morning for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot. Frank Scavo organized a bus trip to the U.S. Capitol with several hundred people from our area back in January to join the inauguration protests. He originally denied playing any part in the riot, but pled guilty to picketing within a Capitol building 2 months ago. Scavo received a 60-day federal prison sentence, which will begin sometime after January 1st, 2022. Numerous police departments were called to the Laurel Mall Friday afternoon for report of a fight. According to state police, 21-year-old George Luis of New York, 23-year-old Riquelwin Kellitz of New Jersey, and 23-year-old Frank De Paula Martinez of Florida were all cited with disorderly conduct following the incident. State police were assisted at the scene by members of the Hazleton, West Hazleton, and Cunningham police departments. 5 people were struck and killed when an SUV plowed through a parade of Christmas marchers Sunday afternoon in Wisconsin. The driver's been identified as 39-year-old Daryl Brooks. Witnesses saw his SUV break through barricades as he drove into parade participants. The Milwaukee Dancing Grannies posted on its Facebook page that some of their members were among the dead. The Archdiocese of Milwaukee said that a priest, parishioners, and school children were also injured during the incident. The Waukesha School District canceled classes today and had extra counselors on hand for both students and staff. Authorities say that over 20 children and adults were impacted by the incident. Brooks was charged earlier this month in another case with reckless homicide, resisting arrest, and bail jumping. However, there's no word as to what charges he may face at this time following the tragedy in Wisconsin. A Wilkes-Barre woman faces drug trafficking charges after police conducted a search warrant at a Joseph Lane residence on Friday. During the search, police seized large amounts of cocaine, cash, and drug packaging materials. Tracy Nesbitt was charged with narcotics trafficking, among other related offenses. She's currently behind bars at Luzerne County Prison. The family of an Ashland woman's looking for help finding her after she went missing. 32-year-old Katie Melissa Jones of Ashland's been missing for over a week. According to her family, Katie hasn't been seen or heard from since she left her mother's house around 8:30 the morning of November 13th. Her family says she's driving her mother's charcoal gray 2005 Jeep Liberty, bearing PA registration LKN 4026. Anyone who may have information on Katie's whereabouts is being asked to contact their local law enforcement. 2 truck drivers were cited following a road rage incident 2 weeks ago near Tamaqua. The incident occurred just before 10 a.m. back on November 8th while entering the borough northbound at the intersection of Route 309 between Center and Spruce Streets. According to reports, 50-year-old James Pierce of New Tripoli was driving a pickup truck and attempted to pass a dump truck being driven by 47-year-old Dennis Deaver of Shenandoah at a high rate of speed, and allegedly slowed down to yell and make gestures as he passed. While at a red light, both men got out of their trucks and got into a slight physical altercation before getting back into their vehicles. Pierce then allegedly followed Deaver for about 5 miles, trying to cut him off and making gestures at him. Both men were charged with disorderly conduct. Millions of Americans are expected to hit the road this week for the big Turkey Day holiday. Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has some safety advice from PennDOT.
AAA is projecting busy travels for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Many travelers feel safer this year as more and more people have been vaccinated and are at lower risk for contracting COVID-19. Officials with PennDOT have also announced the start of Operation Safe Holiday, which will be in effect as people take to the highways to reach their holiday destinations.
It's that time of year again where holiday season is upon us. So we'd like to talk about Operation Safe Holiday, which starts on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and goes to the Monday. And we just want to make sure that everybody is safe. So your local and your state police will be out patrolling the roadways for people that are drinking and driving, and aggressive driving, texting and driving. So they're going to be out checking for all the different traffic violations.
Toledo encourages people to plan ahead and slow it down in order to have smooth and safe travels during this bustling season.
So if you're going out on Black Friday, make sure you take your time. And if you're taking your children with you, make sure you put them in the proper child safety seat. Make sure you buckle up and just be safe. And one thing I always say is to take your time. You don't have to be the first one at the door at the shopping center. So be safe and drive carefully, and do not text and drive is another important. Make sure you pay attention to the road.
Weather sometimes plays a role when planning for a trip, especially during the cold winter months. So you can always check 511 PA for the latest on traffic and road conditions.
Well, anytime, at that time, around the end of November, we could have snow on the roads. So also we be careful of the roads.
According to AAA, 90% of people plan to travel by car this year. So they suggest that you schedule a vehicle checkup to minimize risk of a breakdown. And if you have concerns about COVID, AAA urges anyone who's considering gathering or traveling to consult CDC guidance before finalizing their holiday plans. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up on Wyln News, fundraising for a local team, plus Guy Singers giving boosters. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Vinoho. I'm 12 years old, and this is your Wyln forecast for the week.
We want your child to be our Wyln Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wilkes-Barre Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, and the Hazleton Area High School Cougar Crooners. General admission tickets are just $10. Sounds of the Season, December 11th, is sponsored by these local businesses. 1224 presents a high-energy holiday rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of music's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at the Wilkes Center, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, Friday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online at wilkescenter.org.
Marian Catholic is raising money for a student who was flown to an area hospital after being struck by a vehicle Saturday. The student, later identified as 16-year-old Eric Richardson, was struck at the intersection of Laurel and East Broad Streets just before 2 Saturday afternoon. He was then transported and flown to a trauma center with unknown injuries. The school is accepting donations to fundraise and will be holding dress-down days to assist his family. No further details were released on the driver of the vehicle at this time. Geisinger is now offering booster doses of the COVID-19 vaccines for all adults. People can get their Pfizer or Moderna boosters beginning 6 months after receiving their second for non-immunocompromised patients. People who are immunocompromised can receive their booster after their third dose. People who receive Johnson & Johnson's vaccine are eligible to receive a booster of any COVID-19 vaccine 2 months after their initial dose. You can make an appointment through My Geisinger or by calling 570-284-3657. Just remember to bring your COVID-19 vaccine card or proof of having received the vaccine to your appointment. More information is available at geisinger.org/COVIDvax. The Alice C. Wilkes-Barre Performing Arts Center will be hosting the 16th annual Sounds of the Seasons. Let's celebrate. Doors open at 6 for the 7 p.m. concert on Saturday, December 11th. The event will feature the renowned Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, with special performances by the Fabergé Follies, the Cougar Crooners, and featured soloists. Tickets are $10 each and all seating is general admission. Tickets can be purchased through any orchestra or dance member and will be available at the door the night of. Regardless of vaccination status, masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance. We'll see you at the Wilkes-Barre. Coming up on Tuscarora's News Choice, details on Winterfest and Community and You, plus who's leading the way again this week. Stay with us and find out.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns from Wyln Sports.
Hello, I'm Dennis Bookman, head football coach of the Hazleton Area Cougars.
Join us this Thanksgiving as we look back at the 2021 Hazleton Area Cougars. We start at 3:30 with the season finale of Sports Talk, followed by the Week 3 matchup against Berwick. That'll be at 4. And then at 7, the District 2 semifinal at home against Wilkes-Barre area. That's all going to start Thanksgiving Day at 3:30.
Happy Thanksgiving. Go Cougars.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey guys, tune in this week to Let's Talk Chiropractic. Dr. Alex, Sarah, and myself. Let's talk about, she's new in this town. We had a spiritual connection. She'll show you how we think we try to be the best office in this town. So come in and see what we're all about.
Hi everyone, welcome to Community and You. I'm Tracy Grover. Today we're outside City Hall with Gary Perna of the City of Hazleton. Gary, we're here to talk to you today a little bit about Winterfest.
Yeah, so we have another great event coming up in the City of Hazleton. So last year was the first year we did Winterfest. It was a way for us to kind of get outside during the pandemic and get some small businesses, crafters, vendors together, because it was really a rough time for everybody. We're still kind of in the end part of the COVID-19 pandemic, so we wanted to continue with Winterfest, and we had such a good time with it last year. So Winterfest will take part this year, November 27th, which is Small Business Saturday. So we wanted to get some small businesses, some vendors together for Winterfest. So we will be doing that up at City View Park like we did last year. We have craft vendors, we have food trucks, we have some entertainment, some local entertainment will be there with us as well. We have small businesses, so a little bit of everything for everyone in the whole family.
And is there any COVID mandates for masks or anything, or is it pretty much just open?
No, it will be open. It's how comfortable you are. If you decide you need to wear, a mask, but we are outside, in the open. We will have, some precautions taken throughout the day, but it's up to you. So, we'll have the park open from 11 till 4. All the vendors will be there, and this will be a great time for everybody to get out and really support small businesses that are right here in the greater Hazleton area. We know with, so many issues going on right now with getting supplies and everything, this is really important for all them to have. And if there's any vendors out there, we still have openings. So if you're interested, get a hold of us in the mayor's office and we'll get you onto the list. But it's going to be a great time for everybody. The park is decorated for Christmas, like City Hall is, and this is just another great thing that we can do and help somebody out in the City of Hazleton.
Okay. And while we have you here, can we talk about the Christmas tree lighting?
Yeah, so on Sunday, December 5th, 6 p.m. here at Hazleton City Hall on Church Street, we will light the official city Christmas tree and welcome in the Christmas season. We did get communications from the North Pole. Santa will be making an appearance here. So everyone loves that. So we will have Santa here. We will also have some goodies. We'll have some entertainment as well. Sherry O'Donnell's All That Dancing will be here to welcome Santa in, and we'll have a DJ as well. So we invite everyone to come out on the 5th, 6 o'clock here at City Hall. We will have Church Street shut down so everyone can gather here. So we're in the process of decorating, as everyone can see. The tree will be arriving in a few short days. And Santa also gave us permission to put out a mailbox again. So all the kids who want to drop off a letter to Santa, we will have the drop box here again, and they can drop their letters off, and we'll make sure they get to the North Pole and they can get their Christmas wishes into Santa.
Anything else you want to touch on before we
end the session?
Yeah, so, we have a lot going on in the city of Hazleton, especially at the end of the year. So, Winterfest, we have the tree lighting. We also will be doing a Santa parade this year in the city of Hazleton. We did it last year, kind of leading up to Winterfest, but we decided it needed to be its own event this year. So Monday the 6th and Tuesday the 7th, Santa will be going around with the Hazleton City Fire Department, the Hazleton City Police Department, and some very special elves that will be with him throughout the city of Hazleton. The routes are being worked on right now. Santa's a very busy guy, so we got to make sure we have it timed down to the minute so he can get in and out. So they will be announced very shortly, but we will be splitting the city in half both days. So once they're out, we just ask everyone to come out, get the kids out on the street, wave to Santa, and I know there'll be some goodies that will be handed out as well for that. So we have a lot going on for Christmas.
Okay, sounds like it, Gary. Thanks for joining us today. And everybody, make sure you make it out to one of these great holiday events. We'll see you next time on Community and You.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Your health has never been more important. That's why Lehigh Valley Health Network is making it easier than ever to take control with MyLVHN, your digital health partner. MyLVHN allows you to schedule appointments right from the palm of your hand, message your doctor questions, and even see an LVHN provider from the comfort of your home through video visits. With MyLVHN, you have on-demand access to your health anytime, anywhere. To learn more or to sign up, visit lvhn.org/mylvhn.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Sandy Kirshner is leading the way again to kick off this week's series.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leading the Way. We are exploring the backstories of those paving NEPA towards a better future. This week, we are joined by Sandra Kirshner. Sandra is the Senior Service Navigator and Behavior Consultant at ACE, Hazleton Autism Family Support Hub. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so why don't we start off, let's start at the beginning. talk to us about growing up and what led you on the career path to working in the autistic community.
Okay. Well, let's see. I grew up in South Central Pennsylvania, in just a very, very, very small town just outside of Johnstown, which everyone knows because of the flood. So famous in Pennsylvania. I graduated, went to the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown in psychology, thought my entire life I wanted to do outpatient therapy with teenagers. That was my passion. I got my doctorate from Miami University and ended up being placed for my pre-doctoral internship at Geisinger in Danville. And that's kind of where my life took a turn, because there was another doctoral student in our program who was working as a behavior consultant. They would actually fly her to Alaska twice a year. Wow. Because I guess there are no behavior consultants in Alaska. And I just got very interested in it for some reason. So, you know, as part of our pre-doctoral internship, we're allowed to buy a certain amount of books. I spent my entire allowance on books about autism. And when I graduated from that program, finished that program, I ended up applying as a behavior consultant at Children's Service Center, and I've been there ever since. That was in 2005.
2005. Yep. You've been there ever since?
Yep.
You've been happy with every moment?
Yeah. Well, and the weird thing is that I guess it would have been about 3 years into working at Children's Service Center, found out that my son, who at the time that I was at Geisinger was only 18 months, 2 years old. I had no idea. Turns out he's on the spectrum. So I always wonder, the world works in mysterious ways, if that's what pushed me towards this path.
All right, folks. We'll continue tomorrow. Check back tomorrow as Sandy continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.